Situation requiring the immediate attention of your lawyer in person, no less. I mean, that sounds pretty serious.
What are you doing here?
Well, you said I was welcome in your house anytime. The guard thinks so, he let me in. You all right? You got something you want to get off your chest, you want to talk about?
You asked me as a cop or as my son.
I can't separate the two, Sonny. This is who I am.
I know how important family is to you. You've proven that the way you've looked out for Michael. Now, I can just sit here, be quiet, wait for Diane to get here. Or I could prove myself to you.
So what's it gonna be?
I just shot Johnny Zacchara.
All right, thanks. Keep me posted. Found Johnny lying in a pool of blood on Baker Street. They're taking him to General Hospital.
Is he alive?
Yeah, for now. I guess you got that going for you.
It's not what you think.
Son, you shot a guy in the middle of a public street. I should be reading you your rights, reminding you to keep your mouth shut so you don't make things worse.
Or you could be a son for a minute and hear me out. Then after that, you know, if you feel the need, you can be a cop and arrest me. I know you don't like me.
I don't like anything you stand for.
Well, you can hate me, you can hate the business, but we are family. And, you know, you got to think of your brothers and sister.
Why would you bring them into this?
Because they're involved. Because what happens to me affects Michael, Morgan, and Christina.
That's what makes me angry. I don't know why you use your kids as a shield. Did you stop doing that?
I'm not asking you to look the other way. I'm just asking you to hear what I got to say. After that, do what you want to do.
Fine. I'll listen.
I shot Johnny Zacchara in self-defense.
So much for an honest moment between father and son.
Tell him the truth.
Right.
He pulled out a gun, and I shot him in self-defense.
All right. I mean, you were just walking down the street, minding your own business, and Johnny tried to kill you. Oh, just like you ran into Johnny's garage right before the car bomb went off to tell Christina. Or like you had nothing to do with the other night, the drive-by shooting that almost killed Michael when he was trying to make a truce with Johnny.
I'm not denying that my actions set those things in motion.
Yeah, but you're never flat out responsible, are you? You're deflecting blame, rationalizing.
You know as well as I do, Johnny's been coming at me for how long now? Keeps blaming me for Claudia's death. I fight back. A lot of times, it ain't pretty. I'm not proud of that. I was wrong.
About a few things.
Yeah, but he pushes me, I push him back twice as hard because that's what I do. It's the only way I know how to do it. I'm not saying it's right. But that's the way I grew up. Every time my stepfather would beat me up, that's the only way I knew how to survive.
Right.
You understand me?
Right. You're gonna hide behind your child?
I'm not hiding behind anything, Dante. I'm telling you the truth. I'm trying to figure out how this whole thing happened and why it happened.
You know, I don't even know who the victim is here anymore. You and Johnny have been going at each other for so long, but I think I have to side with the guy who's got the bullet lodged in his chest.
None of this should have happened.
What do you mean him staying alive long enough to point the finger? No, I'm guessing that wasn't part of the plan.
The plan was to make peace so I could have my children back in my life. If I get charged with attempted murder, I'll never see them again. The biggest mistake you can make in my business is taking things personal. And you know, Johnny, he knew exactly how to push my buttons. He convinced Christina that I was as bad as the animal who beat her to a pulp. But I played right into his hands. I blew up. And Christina believed it was true.
So you got your revenge.
What Johnny did was wrong, but I'm gonna take part in what I did. I accept what I did because Christina hates me because of the choices that I made. I was so focused on taking Johnny down that it almost cost me my family. And I know now that, you know, the only way I can really keep everybody safe is to make peace.
And I suppose you told Johnny that right before you shot him?
I told Johnny that I wanted to make peace and I wanted to negotiate. He wasn't interested in anything I had to say.
Self-defense didn't work for Michael. What makes you think a jury's going to buy it from you?
Because it's the truth. I swear to you on my children's lives, including yours, that if I hadn't pulled that trigger, I'd be dead and you'd be wondering whether you're going to go to my funeral. I was on the phone. Get off the phone, right? Turn around. And he's got a gun pointed at my chest. I wasn't going to let him kill me.
Oh, did Johnny say anything?
He said, you know, Claudia's innocent. He blamed me for her death like he always does.
Well, he's right about the last part.
Johnny was caught up in his own drama. He took too long to pull the trigger, so I got there first.
Killing's like second nature to you.
Hey, Dante, if I wanted him dead, you don't think I would have kept shooting? Would have been very easy for me to just bam, 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 bam. Call somebody to clean up the mess. Get rid of the body, the gun. Nothing would have tied me to his murder. But I didn't do that. I left him with a fighting chance. Does that sound like a cold-blooded killer to you?
Well, it doesn't make you a saint, that's for sure, Sonny. But I know this guy's been provoking you for years, man, and I know it must have taken everything inside you not to put another bullet.
You're damn right it did. You believe me?
I believe you love your kids. And I don't think you want anything else bad to happen to them.
I would lay down my life to spare their pain.
Michael almost lost his in the drive-by the other night. I think that's made you reevaluate this whole war with Johnny and want to call a truce so things don't escalate any further. I believe you're telling the truth this time. You shot Johnny in self-defense.
Now,
you have to turn yourself in. You got to make an official statement about shooting Johnny, but you can't embellish it. You just stick to the facts.
you think telling the truth will really matter?
I think turning yourself in voluntarily helps a lot. It says that you're not making anything up or hiding anything. But Johnny will. He's going to say that you were a liar and you've been trying to kill him for years.
So no matter what I say, I'm looking at a murder charge.
I'm going to do my best to prove that you are innocent, at least of this crime.
The fact that you believe me means a lot to me.
Well, you don't make it too easy.
No matter what happens, you know, the fact, you know, that you're listening to me, you're a good man.
This shows that you can be, too. Maybe even someone I could respect.
Well, there goes turning myself in.
Maybe you ought to check in down at the station once in a while. Keep up on what's happening. Or maybe you already know your father just tried to kill Johnny Zacchara.
Yeah, I know. I also know self-defense.
You know, the way you keep making excuses for Sonny would actually be funny for one so sad. What happened to us getting justice for all the people he's hurt? Or the people he's killed? Like Lieutenant Paletti, huh? Or is it just that you don't know the difference between right and wrong anymore?
Our job is to investigate, not make snap judgments about people without hearing both sides.
All I'm hearing is you defending a guy who shot you point blank. And now he just did the same thing that Johnny Zacchara is.
I'm not defending everything Sonny does, but I think I've learned that we can't assume the guy's guilty every time. Claudia's death taught us that. We were so convinced that it was Sonny when actually it was Michael who killed her to protect his mother and baby sister.
Look, I understand that, but how do you think Michael got his big plan for self-defense? It was from Sonny, and now he's trying to use it on himself.
It's the truth.
Why'd you leave the scene?
Because I had to call my lawyer.
What, so the two of you could cook up this self-defense story?
Look, Ronnie, I didn't believe him at first either, but then I found out how it all went down, and I think Sonny honestly did what he had to do to protect himself. He was getting ready to go down to the station and make a statement.
Look, I wouldn't trust him on that, okay? Get him out of here. And as for self-defense, Johnny Zacchara was found with no gun near him, all right? He was unarmed, just like you were when he shot you in this room.
What do you mean there was no gun? Johnny was armed. He had an automatic pointed right at me.
Must have been seeing things. You ought to get the prison doctor to check your eyes.
You're wrong on this one, Ronnie.
What was it? Would Johnny Zacchara give you some dirty looks, or was it his harsh language that he used that made you fear for your life?
No, this was self-defense.
Why am I still surprised to hear you protecting this guy? I mean, you covered for him when he shot you point blank in this room, right in the chest.
So there was no gun at the scene?
Not so much as a water pistol. The only thing on that sidewalk was a man who was shot point blank and left to bleed to death.
So you lied to me.
Let's go.
I just want a minute. Yeah, why put me through that whole song and dance about wanting a truce with Johnny for Michael's sake?
Because it's the truth.
No, the truth is you shot at an unarmed man.
Johnny had a gun. He pointed it at me. I should be dead.
Well, then why aren't you?
Well, haven't you heard? Sonny's the fastest gun in the West. Johnny got the drop on him, but quick draw Corinthos, he ended up on top.
Don't listen to you. You heard me call my lord, right? I knew the cops were going to come knocking at the door. Why would I lie about the gun if the lie could be easily disproved? I'm not stupid, Dante.
No, but you're arrogant. Okay, because you thought you could shoot anybody you want and get away with it, just like you have 100.
Shut up!
Before.
I'm telling you the truth, okay? And you believe me, and you have every right to do that.
Let's go.
Wait.
Justice delayed is justice denied.
Well, you Mirandize him, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so anything he says will be used against him.
Johnny was at the hospital. He was still breathing when you found him.
Yeah, barely.
You think if I wanted him dead, I would have walked away and not finished the job?
Well, that's got to be a first. You're actually using your efficiency as a killer. As
I
your
didn't
defense.
want Johnny dead. I wanted to make peace, Dante.
Give this man the Nobel
You
Prize.
know how it is in this business, right? If I want to get rid of somebody, all I got to do is make them disappear.
Like you did with Claudia.
After Michael killed her in self-defense.
Yeah, but you're not a panicked teenager. And Johnny didn't kidnap anybody or steal a baby. He was just walking down the street.
Dante, hear me out. You came at me with both feet, right? After Claudia died. Because of the cover-up, you said the best thing to do is to come forward and let the facts speak for themselves. That's what I'm doing right now. And I hope justice works out this time.
I'm done listening to your lies.
We're done here. Enough with this guy.
I'm telling the truth, Dante. I'm counting on you to believe it.
Check again. Let me know if you find it. Doing all right? You don't look so good.
Bad day. Not as bad as Johnny's. Any word?
No, he's still in surgery.
You get to him before they put him under?
No, but I did question Ethan.
And?
He was less than forthcoming.
Well, Sonny did just try to kill him. I'm sure he's not going to jump to his defense.
Yeah.
But you think he knows something?
Yeah, he knows something. He knows more than he's saying. I mean, he did confirm that Johnny usually carries a gun when he's out in public, but we already knew that. I don't know, man. Do you really think that Sonny caught Johnny unprepared?
Yeah. I think he saw a shot and took it. Now he's trying to lie his way out of it.
How's Johnny?
We both know you shouldn't be anywhere near this.
How is he?
Out of surgery, still critical.
All right, well, I'm gonna stick around.
Whoa, hey, no, this is a bad idea. You shouldn't be associated with a shooting like this.
Look, I saved his life a week ago. I have your right to be.
What do you think that means? He owes you something? He's going to repay that debt by vouching for Sonny? Forget it.
Listen, I just want to ask him what exactly happened. Maybe Johnny had a gun on him and he just lost it or something.
Yeah, that's what Sonny wants me to think.
Dante, I wish for once you'd actually give Dad the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, I did. I took his word for it, but the evidence proves otherwise.